News coming out today that major attacks against 3 U.S. cities, Los Angeles, New York, and Philadelphia, have been stopped as 8 individuals that crossed from the southern border into the U.S. that were planning these coordinated bombing attacks, they have been arrested.
Officials tell CBS News the individuals were from Tajikistan and were arrested in New York, Philadelphia, and Los Angeles. They allegedly crossed the U.S.-Mexico border last year and this year.
Now, I'm going to share with you the video footage and the articles so that way you can see it for yourself. And in addition to that, stick around because I've shared with you the list of cities on the watch list coming from the FBI where they know there are sleeper cell groups there that are planning coordinated attacks. They're keeping an eye on them, and hopefully we're going to be seeing more arrests taking place so that way we can thwart any potential attacks that we've heard will be coming, and these warnings coming out from the FBI for the last several months, and the most recent one you're going to see just 8 days ago.
Breaking news, 8 possible terrorists, all foreign nationals arrested in New York, LA, and Philadelphia, and they came into the country across the southern border. CBS's Errol Barnett has new reporting on what led to the arrests.
8 individuals, all from the Central Asian country of Tajikistan, were arrested in Los Angeles, New York, and Philadelphia. They entered the United States this year and in 2023, crossing the Mexican border. They were vetted and allowed to remain in the country. CBS News has learned further investigation uncovered the men had possible ties to ISIS-K, the terror group which claimed responsibility for an attack at a Moscow concert hall that killed more than 140 people earlier this year. The FBI used a wiretap to track the men, and sources say what they discovered led authorities to quickly arrest them on immigration charges.
Typically, bringing individuals in on immigration-related charges is the quickest and easiest way to take individuals back into custody, but that does not rule out additional terrorism-related charges further down the road.
FBI Director Christopher Wray warned earlier this year of a heightened threat level with thousands of people crossing the southern border.
Our most immediate concern has been that individuals or small groups will draw some kind of twisted inspiration from the events in the Middle East to carry out attacks here at home.
Sources tell CBS News that while authorities moved swiftly, there was no evidence of an active plot. Tonight, those men remain in ICE custody, Nora, pending extradition.
Errol Barnett with that breaking news. Thank you.
All right, hey, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, we'd like to give all praises, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham HaKadosh. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone who teach and rule well, peace and infinite salutations to the elect that are scattered abroad doing this work in truth and in sincerity. I'm the brother Abal Gabar from the Camp Company of Prophets here in Tampa, Florida, coming at you with an interesting lesson today, Lord willing, is edifying to the hopeful elect. And you see the title of the lesson, you saw the post-production video. Breaking news, 8 suspected terrorists arrested after 3 attacks on U.S. cities, border, #border, #end times. I'll play the first video one more time. All right.
News coming out today that major attacks against 3 U.S. cities, Los Angeles, New York, and Philadelphia, have been stopped as 8 individuals that crossed from the southern border into the U.S. that were planning these coordinated bombing attacks, they have been arrested.
Officials tell.
Right. So you got these 8 suspects that came from the southern border. We know we have this border issue. Okay. And we know that this is all going to tie into the demonization of the men of the Lord. Okay. Even though all we do is teach the Bible. See, Esau, he has a saying with their elite, order out of chaos, ordo ab chaos, which means order out of chaos. Okay. And we know that according to the Bible, there's a time called Jacob's trouble. All right. Where all hell is going to break loose on this earth. Especially here in America, Mystery Babylon the Great. And we've been telling you what our elder apostles and the other brothers, the prophets, have been warning you of these sleeper cells here in America, man. Okay. You got a terrorists that are coming through the border. Okay. And there was just 8 individuals that were arrested that were planning a bombing. Okay. So this is taking place and this is happening quick. All right. And we know that Esau is going to use this stuff to try to demonize the men of the Lord and so on and so forth. Let me play it.
Philadelphia have been stopped as 8 major attacks against 3 U.S. cities, Los Angeles, New York, and Philadelphia.
So LA, New York, and Philly, okay? 8 men with terror ties, okay? And they're supposedly linked to ISIS, okay? And we know that Esau is in control of all of this, okay? The devil the Bible speaks of, and we see what's going on with the border, okay? And there are sleeper cells, which I got the definition of sleeper cell. Let me go ahead and share my screen real quick. All right, sleeper cell. It says a sleeper cell is a group of operatives, spies, or terrorists living in a secret among a targeted community, waiting for instructions or an opportunity to act. Okay, and we have sleeper cells that are flooding through the border. Okay, and we know that this is all part of order out of chaos. Okay, Esau has a saying, order ab chaos. Okay, let me go ahead and share my screen on that as well. And we'll grab some scriptures because this is going to tie into the demonization. Okay, order out of chaos. And you see here, ordo ab chaos, meaning ordo ab chaos. The column title is Latin. It means order out of chaos. And this is a Freemason, I believe like a 33-degree Freemason saying or phrase, which means that the elite, okay, how they bring order is out of chaos. So they control both sides. They bring chaos to establish order. And a good example of that was the C-19. Okay, if you know, you know. They brought the scary C-19 to get people in order to take in the Yab. All right. And we know that they're going to do something similar to usher in the MOTB, okay, the Charagma. All right. So we're entering into some serious times, prophetic times, and we know that persecution is coming with these different attacks that are taking place. And there's going to be more. Understand that there will be different attacks that take place. When it all happens, you better believe that Esau is going to try to tie the Hebrew Israelites into all of this, okay, to demonize us. All right.
Been stopped.
So let me go ahead and grab this. This is 2 Timothy 3:1. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. And we're entering into perilous times, especially here in America. Okay, with this border wide open, millions of migrants that are coming from these different countries that have no structure or order at all. And they're, pillaging, they're raping, they're killing. Okay. They're to be blunt about it, they're demons that are coming flooding in to America, man. All right. That's why you see different crime is spiking at an all-time high. Women are getting taken and dragged into alleyways. Okay, people are getting robbed, people are getting killed. And a lot of them are tied into these illegal immigrants. All right. Not to mention you have soldiers, okay, sleeper cells, okay, soldiers from these other nations, spies from these other nations that are waiting for instructions to ambush, okay, to bring death and destruction here at Mystery Babylon the Great. Okay, we've been warning you of a time called Jacob's trouble, man, a time of trouble like never before seen. And understand, us as the men of the Lord, and you brothers and sisters, even you individuals that watch the videos, understand that you're being watched. Okay, Esau does not like this truth. The so-called white man hates that he is being exposed. He is mad that this truth is coming out, that we're waking up to being the Hebrew Israelites, and he's going to do everything in his power to demonize us, okay, to make us out to be the bad guy, even if he has to lie, slander, okay, bring out false reports. He might use AI, artificial intelligence, But like I said, even you might not be on the street corners preaching, but you might just be watching the Hebrew Israelites videos. Understand that they're watching you too, okay? They're watching you. And when the shit gets real, they're going to try to bunch the Hebrew Israelites into this a terrorist threat when all we do is teach the scriptures. All right. So we got to remain faithful and understand that this is part of the truth as well. The scriptures tell you they shall cast some of you into prison. Okay. And why are they going to cast some of us into prison? Is it because we're stocking up on guns and no, it's because we believe in the Bible and we're teaching the truth. Okay. And we're telling the world that America is about to be destroyed with thermonuclear missiles. Okay. They might come down and arrest brothers for treason. Okay. Which treason is the crime of betraying one's country. Okay. Especially by trying to overthrow the government, which we're not trying to overthrow the government, but we know Esau, he can, twist our words and, demonize and, come down. He's going to come down with great wrath. Right. But back to 2 Timothy 3:1, this know also that in the last days, perilous times shall come. We are in the last days. Okay. And more attacks like this are going to be taking place. See, these individuals, they were arrested before they could go forth with the attack, but they were planning it. And you better believe that there's more that are plotting. Okay. And you could blame your president, because he got this border wide open. All right. Well, we know he's just a puppet. At the end of the day, Biden is just a puppet for the elite. And the elite want chaos. They want chaos here in America so they can establish a new world order. Okay. They want utter chaos. And a good way to do it is open the border. Allow everybody in here. All right. So let me go ahead and finish this. 2 Timothy 3:12. Yea, and all that will live godly in Yahushua HaMashiach shall suffer persecution. Okay. So understand that, you brothers and sisters that are trying to live after the ways of Yahweh Bashmi Yahushai, all right, you're going to suffer persecution, man. They persecuted our Lord, right? And I got the definition of persecution. It says hostility and ill treatment, especially on the basis of religion or political beliefs. Okay, and we know that this devil has a new world order where he ultimately wants everybody tagged. Okay. And Esau right now, he's desperate. Okay. He's desperate to get the Hebrew Israelites off of the internet, off of the scene, off of the streets. So he's going to do everything in his power, and he's going to use all of this stuff to try to tie in the Hebrew Israelites. And you better believe when they try to tie in the Hebrew Israelites, they're not going to discriminate concerning groups or camps. All right. IUIC, Great Millstone, ISUPK, one body. They're going to tie everything into one. Sakari. All right. And they're going to demonize this whole Hebrew Israelite movement. And like I said, all we do is read the Bible and go into the scriptures. But see, Esau knows that his time is running short, man. Esau knows that he had but a short time. That's why he's going to come down with great wrath. Let me go ahead and go there real quick. All right. Revelation chapter 12 and verse 12. It says, therefore rejoice, you heavens, and you that dwell in them. Okay. And who's dwelling in heavens, in the heavens? Okay. You brothers and sisters, okay, of the faith. We're dwelling in heaven via the knowledge, wisdom, understanding, this truth. Okay. It says, woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. All right. So starting with the wicked elite, Esau, Edom, he knows that his time is running out, man. He knows that his time is short. Okay. That his kingdom is coming to an end. But see, he's going to try to fight to keep it standing. Okay. And in the midst of that, the believers are going to be demonized, hated, talked down upon. Okay. Persecuted. Certain members of the elect are even going to be killed. Okay. That's part of the prophecy. Revelation 20:4. Some brothers and sisters might even be beheaded for our beliefs. Okay. So the scriptures talk about counting the cost. We have to understand what we're a part of. And things is heating up, man. Okay. Things is heating up. I just did a lesson on how Russia has warships over there by Cuba. Okay, I saw a video earlier today where I saw it looked like fighter jets, and the people that were recording were saying that it was Russian fighter jets. All right, and that's just, you know, I don't know, but that's what I heard. That's what I saw. So things is heating up. All right, don't be surprised, you know, when you start seeing these different T attacks taking place, and it's gonna be, you know, beyond what people are looking for. Okay, or what people are prepared for. But it says the devil has come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time. Esau knows, the so-called white man, he knows that his time is short. Okay. And Esau knows that he doesn't have no case on us. You know, he's trying to build a case. And since he doesn't have no dirt on us, he's going to try to throw dirt on us. Okay. When you have an enemy, okay, and you're not doing nothing wrong, see, he's going to, sooner or later, he's going to try to throw dirt on you or make you out to be the bad guy, even if he has to lie, slander, you know, do whatever he has to do to paint you to be the bad guy. And that's what Esau is going to do. Okay. And we know that the scriptures say the time of Jacob's trouble, right? And that's the time we entering into, man. All right. So let me grab that. Jeremiah chapter 30. The book of Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 7, it says, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Okay, so this is the time of Jacob's trouble we're entering into, man. All right. A time of trouble like never before seen on this earth, man. Right? They're going to use all this stuff to usher in this NWO. We know that Esau has a plan. His enterprise is to get everybody on earth tagged with a charagma. All right. So prepare. All right. Hey, you got this brother Bakwar Amath going into it right now. So I'm going to play a little bit of his video as well. Okay. Let me go ahead and share my screen. Be sure to subscribe to this brother's page. Where is it at? Yeah, here we go. Bakwar Amath. Be sure to subscribe. I'm gonna play a little bit of his video.
So really, if you look at it from the perspective of, imagine you were a part of the hidden hand behind the scenes that is setting up or orchestrating situations to where you can use that order out of chaos, right? The problem, reaction, solution, the Hegelian dialectic, where you can basically cause a problem and then get the reaction of the people, and you can implement a solution, which is whatever you want, ultimately total control, for them to be able to pass something like the Patriot Act they had 9/11, right? So if you were somebody and looking at it from that perspective, you've already laid the groundwork, because 90% of these situations that arise are very inorganic. They're orchestrated. Okay, they're set up. And now you have the perfect cover story. If anything was to happen from now on, some building blows up, some mass shooting happens, some major event that makes 9/11 look like a walk in the park was to happen, you have an easy cover story to say, oh, it was them terrorists that came in through the border. They did it. And now, though, for all we know, they could be insider agents. But the story is already laid out, because you've used little incidents here and there. Like, this is one example. So now,
all right, and like the brother saying, the elder brother Bakwar Amath, like he's saying, you hear him, okay, which I believe it is, you know, sleeper cells or agents, you know, that's set up. It's all, see, this is all the stage. The stage is being set so they could truly come down with that great wrath upon the household of faith. All right. And we've been warning you of this. All right. Let me keep playing a little bit of his video.
Now it's already in people's minds to where you might not even need to come and tell them, hey, this was done by some terrorist that came in through the border. They're probably already going to suspect it. The second sign happens. Oh my gosh, it could have been. What if they're among us now? We don't know who they are. Now, another interesting part about this is they said that, and I'm going to read in this article, but these people were able to pass the check. They came in through the country, they came in through the border, and they were good. Right? Let's read that. Let's read that real quick. It says here 8 suspected illegal alien terrorists arrested in New York, Philadelphia, and LA. So there's some major cities, right, that are like high targets, right, from these. Like, here's an example, right? When, for people that aren't familiar with maybe like places in Iran or places in Russia, all those kinds of places, when you think about those locations or those countries, you mainly think about the main cities that are mentioned, Moscow or Tehran or, those kinds of areas, right? Also, it's kind of like the same thing in reverse, although, if you're a terrorist organization, you have more, you've probably done your homework, right? But there's still those known places, the New Yorks and the LAs and the Chicagos and so on and so forth. So guess what? For a nation that says, you know what, we want to hit these guys and we want to hit them hard, they're coming to these main cities. Okay.
Right. And ultimately it's going to start trickling down to all these different cities. You're going to have different attacks. You have millions of these different illegal alien T's that are flooding through the border. And they're all over the states right now. Okay. You have spies, government informants, so on and so forth that are getting ready to unleash all hell on this earth, man. Okay. So let me grab this real quick. This is 2nd Ezra 16 and 68. It says, "For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you." Okay. And we know that Esau has a plan to destroy and kill you Jakes, man. Okay. There's something called Jacob's trouble, like I just brought out, a time of trouble like never before. And it's going to be primarily you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that are going to be targeted. Okay. Just like when the C-19 happened. The C-19, the first thing they did was they pointed the finger at the blacks, the Latinos, and the Native Americans. Okay. So when they come down with this crazy thing where they want to, come down with great wrath, they're going to come for Jake first and foremost. All right. It says, "For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you and feed you, being idols, with things offered unto idols." And we know that is that charagma. They're going to be taking Jake into these different FEMA camps. They got FEMA camps. All right. They got FEMA camps set up all over the United States. Okay. So this right here is the stage being set for the demonization of the prophets, man. Okay. Because they're going to try to link the Hebrew Israelite movement into all these different attacks that are going to be taking place, like they've done before in the past. All right. So the stage is being set right now. See, people are Hebrew Israelites for entertainment. Oh, I want to be a Hebrew Israelite. I like their garments. It's cool. Well, soon it's not going to be cool to be a Hebrew Israelite, because you're going to be demonized and persecuted. All right.
You might see them in Nevada, but they're not really interested in Nevada or Colorado. They want New York. They want LA. They want all these. They want them known places. Okay. So let's read it here. It says, "For nearly a quarter century, Americans have been subjected to mass surveillance via the Patriot Act," right, which I just mentioned. "Yet, while the government violates the privacy rights of Americans with warrantless surveillance, the safety of the country is being undermined by top left-wing officials flooding the open southern border with millions of illegal aliens, some of which are known terrorists or terrorist linked." What's also interesting about this is, isn't it, as they like to say, the president's, one of his main goals is to keep the American people safe and blah, 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 right? So not once did it dawn upon him while he was fighting tooth and nail to keep the border open that...
Which is also kind of ironic that all of this stuff is happening right near the time, the year of the elections. Okay.
this was a possibility. The second thing is, not only was it that they fought to keep the border open, no. They actually worked with NGOs. It was brought out that the federal government was working with NGOs. NGO stands for non-governmental organizations. They were working together with them to facilitate the mass immigration of migrants into the country, and not just getting into the border, but then basically distributing them through all these main, what they call sanctuary cities. And once they're there, they're gone. They just start merging in. They get some clothes, and voila, they part of society now. They could be your new neighbor that moved in. That he looks just like a regular dude. And then when it's go time and he gets his instructions, look. I recently watched a show where it was dealing with these spies.
All right, you got to watch this video from Baquar Moth. All right, be sure to subscribe to the brother's page. All right, and watch this video. You can watch the whole video. I just played a little bit. So let me go ahead and grab a few more scriptures and I'll close it out. This is John 15:20. It says, "Remember the word that I said unto you, the servant is not greater than his Lord." Okay, and you think about our Lord. Okay, Yahushua, he was persecuted. He was demonized. Okay. So you have to understand that if we're following Yahushua, we're going to be demonized. We're going to be persecuted. All right. It says, the servant is not greater than his Lord. If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If they have kept my saying, they will keep yours also. And that's all we're coming with. All we're coming with is the sayings of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man. All right. See, but Esau, he's going to do everything in his power to accuse us, okay, of being, the scums of the earth. We're going to be defamed. Okay, we're going to be hated. Okay, we're going to be despised. But that's all part of this truth. Okay, and counting the cost. Okay. This is Corinthians 4:13. It says, being defamed, we entreat. We are made as the filth of the world and are the offscoring of all things unto this day. So, even now people hate us. When they see the Hebrew Israelites, they scoff, they laugh, they talk shit, but it's going to be to the next level when they start really demonizing us and trying to link us to these different T groups. Okay. These attacks, then they're really going to be looking at us as, the filth of the earth, the scum of the earth. Okay. And we're going to have to remain faithful through all of that because we know that we're not doing nothing wrong. All we doing is preaching the Bible. Okay. And that's why we're supposed to be found blameless. Okay. We're supposed to be repenting and changing our lives. And really the prophets, the real men of the Lord, the true prophets, we live simple lives, man. We're not out here doing all this extra shit, partying and bullshitting and robbing and stealing and looting, scamming. No, we live simple lives, man. Okay. We are law-abiding citizens. But even then, Esau is still going to try to demonize. He's still going to try to throw dirt on the Hebrew Israelite movement, on the elect. Okay. But the scriptures tell you that the elect are going to be found blameless before the eyes of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. So no matter what this devil does and says, we have to remain faithful unto the end, and the Lord's going to find us blameless, man. Okay, no matter what. But don't be surprised when that you brothers, your face might end up on the news. AI, artificial intelligence, they might have you saying something that you never said before. Okay, don't be surprised. Okay, and this is just not saying that that's going to happen, but this is how you got to think. Okay, you got to be prepared. Okay, a prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, and we're hiding ourselves in the scriptures, man. All right, and when they come down with great wrath, don't try to defend yourself. Just give it all to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man, and the Lord will deliver. Okay, but back to 1 Corinthians 4:13, being defamed, we entreat. We are made as the filth of the world and are the offscoring of all things unto this day. Okay, so understand that persecution is coming, demonization is coming. Like I said, and I've said it multiple times now, that's why the scriptures say count the cost. Soon it's not going to be all fun and games for you guys that are entertained by these videos. It's not going to be fun to be a Hebrew Israelite, because you're going to be demonized, you're going to be hated, you're going to be persecuted, slandered, lied upon. Okay? Certain brothers cast into prison, certain brothers beheaded. Okay? And the stage is being set with these different T attacks and the border wide open. You got sleeper cells flooded into the border. So don't be surprised, man. Okay, if one day you wake up and troops are at your door. Okay, military soldiers are, FBI. Don't be surprised, man. Okay, this is Let me grab this, and I'm gonna close it out with this. This is the book of Revelation 2:10. It says, "Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer." We're telling you that suffering is part of this truth, and we're coming into the time of great suffering, where we are all going to be tested, man. Okay, right now we do our videos, we go to the highways and hedges, and for the most part, people don't bother us, right? But we're coming into a time where ain't gonna be no more going to camp. Okay, because Esau gonna shut this thing down and they gonna completely demonize it, man. Okay, but it says, "Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that you may be tried." So understand that certain brothers and sisters, you might be cast into prison, man. You might be cast into a FEMA camp because of what you believe in. Okay, because of what you stand for, especially when they roll out the mark of the beast. You're going to reject it, and they're going to say, well, look, you're going against the laws, or it's treason. They can put different laws in effect that if you don't take it, then you're an enemy of the state. They can arrest you for treason. But it says, "Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that you may be tried." So understand that. You might be cast into prison. You say that you're a Hebrew Israelite, you believe in the Lord, and you don't want to take the chip. Well, get ready to be tried. It says, "And you shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life." Right? So the Lord is going to give his elect a crown of life, man, at the end of all of this. All right? And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a little bit more of the Baquar Moss video, and then I'm going to close it out. But I'm going to close out right now. Give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim Rakak Wadash. All right, stick around and watch this brother's video. I'll play a little bit more, and then I'm going to end the video. You can watch it for yourself.
That were sent to a foreign country, right? So from one country, they were sent to another country, and they went in there and they had a mission to do, right? Now, when they were, I think they used like Morse code and to interpret certain instructions. But when they were in there, one of the ways they were communicating or getting their instructions on what to do next was via the radio. But when I say the radio, I don't mean like they turned on the radio and then they're getting like a direct message saying, "Hey, do this, do that." No, you would have the foreign country where the spies were from at a certain time every day would go on the radio, and they had a certain channel where it was like they framed it as though it was homework for international students. So they would go on there and say, okay, the questions for tonight's homework are question number 1, A this, B that, and they're speaking in code. It sounds to you like they're just giving a homework assignment or giving answers to a homework. But the spies were trained to understand exactly what they said and interpret it into instructions as to, okay, this is what you have to do, this is what you have to do next. And to anybody else that just happened to stumble upon that radio station, oh, it just sounds like homework. Well, guess what? The point is, they blended in just like everybody else. Not even suspected once. Blended in like they're old men. They can't walk right. You know, they're this, took those regular jobs, those regular places where you would never suspect an individual. And the second they got the message like it's go time, all that went out the window. All of a sudden, this man that's limping is good. He's running freaking faster than Usain Bolt. You wonder what the hell is going on here. I've known this guy for 10 years.
All right, with that, Shalom, caller. Yeah, watch me on shot. Till next time, Shalom.